I'm going to teach you a whole pile of stuff at the beginning in the session, and I'm going to show you this cool way to draw this gorgeous little thing. You're going to love it. Let's have a go at doing this fun little exercise. I'm going to show you how to draw the most gorgeous little baby elephant. Delay the detail as long as possible. So let's just do small ones. If you try and do it too big, then it's going to be tricky to get nice circles and stuff. Always start small and then work your way up with the size of your drawings. So if we're going to draw this little baby here, he's basically a circle. So you can draw a circle. And there's kind of like a little rectangle for his little fat body. Or it could be a bit squarish. Squarish looks cute too. Let's make it a bit smaller. So the circle and the square aren't too different from each other. Don't make the square too big like I just did. The square and the circle are similar sizes. And then all we do is we've got to round his little backside here. So you just keep the shapes as simple as possible. And we're going to bring his legs in a little bit. They're quite fat little legs. So we're going to taper them in a little bit like this. Now elephants have got really fat stomachs. They come right down low. So he's got little short legs. That's his little short legs. And then another little leg might be coming out in front. He's walking somewhere. Let's put his little feet on here. That's his little leg walking there. And for his little trunk, it's kind of triangle-ish. Comes out straight here, but it sort of smooths out from this side. And maybe he's holding onto something. And then this curves up onto his head. Little baby elephant, isn't he adorable? There, lovely big round head. Before you get to this back part here, another circle on top will be really cute for his ear. Another circle on top, right in the middle of these two. But when you're drawing the ear starts here, goes up and around, then comes up, but it doesn't join up. So if I rub this out, so you can see it a bit clearer. I'm trying to draw this nice and dark so that you can see the shapes that I'm making. But it's getting a little bit messy in here because I'm drawing so dark. So I'll just take these out a little bit here so you can see. Take these out because he looks even cuter. And then we'll just join his little head onto his little chest here. And then take out these extra lines. And you've got the most cute little baby elephant. The eye should be really close to the trunk if you want a cute looking cartoony baby elephant. And that's really it. You can anchor it with a little bit of shadow underneath. So just put a little bit of ground underneath him. And don't forget the tail, the cute little tail. They only have a little spindly kind of stringy sort of tail. So that's this little guy here. If you wanted to, he could be holding a balloon. Or it could be holding a flower, whatever you like. You can put a little wrinkle on top of his nose too. That looks kind of elephant-y. Make sure you don't put the belly up here. Modern mind will trick you into putting the belly all the way up here, but it's not. They've got little stumpy legs, and the little babies, I mean, a real baby elephant is got a little bit longer legs, but this is a cartoony version, so this is a bit of fun. So if you can draw this little baby elephant anytime you want, wouldn't that be fun? You'd really impress your kids and your grandkids if you could do this. To draw a little house, little drawing of a house. Can you remember what you used to do for a drawing of a house when you're a kid? Pretend you're 5 years old and you're drawing a house. You want to do a drawing of a house. So just do it now. Pretend that you're little and you're going to do a house. So I'll give you a minute to just do that. really good to have a pencil in your hand while you're doing these sessions. These are practical and interactive and pencil on paper type of sessions. So has everyone done a little house? As if you were little again? So I'll show you what I drew when I was little. So when I was little and I wanted to do a drawing of a house, this is what I did. Every single time I would draw a square. Did everyone else do this? Just now? And then I put a triangle on top. And maybe there's some ground along here. And then I always put a door. And then I'd say, oh, well, I'll put a chimney. And then I got all excitable and I worked out I'd always put smoke coming out of the chimney. And I would have windows. It's always 2 windows, one each side of the door. And when I was little, I'd do little curtains. I don't know if not everyone probably does that little embellishment, but I just decided I would do little curtains like this. Then there's often sunshine, isn't there? So there's sun in the sky. Did anyone else do this? And then sometimes you go, oh, we'll put a tree. And if you did decide to draw your family alongside, you would probably do stick figures like this. A body, 2 legs, arms, a head, and then the hands would either be a circle with a circle like this, or they might just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, assuming you're up to the age where you can count and everything. I think as I kept drawing, I started to do a little pathway to the door as well. But that's just my version of a house drawing from when I was little. Did anyone else produce a drawing that looks anything like that? What's really interesting about this exercise is that I'm going to start talking to you now about the difference between modern mind, what I call modern mind, and Zen mind. I kind of point in this direction because modern mind's kind of equivalent to left brain thinking, like they used to call it. And Zen mind, I think of it as, you know, drawing on the right side of the brain. Zen mind being in mindfulness is I kind of point over here and here. What happens is when we're little, just like draw like mad and then go, here, look at what I drew. And people would go, what's that? And there's all this thing about I can't recognize what it is. And it's a bit sad for a little kid. So once you learn this whole trick about drawing a symbol that everybody understands, it's very exciting. So you draw this little symbol of a house and you show it to someone and they go, what a lovely house. Haven't you done a lovely drawing of a lovely house? Because they can see this symbol that's like our common language, that a square on top of it with a triangle is, you know, it looks like a house. So we get into this habit of drawing symbols. Now, modern mind loves that because modern mind is all about time is money. We're in a rush. You know, it's all about the technology. We've got to just get things done. Time is money. You just got to do things efficiently and fast and then get on to the next thing. Modern mind is very concerned about time and how long it takes you to do things. So modern mind remembers this idea of you drawing a house as a symbol like that. And it constantly tries to trick you. When you're drawing now as an adult, it'll constantly try and trick you in very subtle ways into drawing things from memory or drawing things that are logical or drawing things that are symbols. So you have to be really vigilant for this modern mind who's trying to trip you up into taking shortcuts, because modern mind wants you to get something done so that you can get on to the next thing and be really efficient with your time. Modern mind is trying to help you, but it doesn't help your drawing. That's the problem. So I'm going to start showing you ways to recognize when modern mind is tripping you up into drawing things that's not actually there. For example, have you ever in your life come across a house that looks like that? Do you ever remember seeing a house in real life that looks like that? Never. It's a symbol. So we need to get switched over to the other part of our mind, which I call Zen mind, which is seeing things. If, let's say you're sitting in a street and you've got a lovely comfy chair and you're drawing a house that's over there. Modern mind says, draw a house, draw the roof like this, draw the building like this. But in reality, the house is probably low and wide and it's got unusual gables on the roof and all sorts of things going on. But modern mind's going, quick, I can help you to do this really fast because then we can get on to the next thing and you want to get this done fast. So just do this, just draw the roof really high like this. And it's not like that. So you have to switch away from that modern mind and switch yourself over into this Zen mind that sees what's really there in front of you with your eyes, what's in front of you at this moment in time, right here, right now. So this is about Zen mindfulness. And if you can master this trick that I'm going to show you, you'll be able to draw amazing things. So I'm going to teach you how to open up your eyes and see in ways that artists see. Because you know you've got the ability to draw and write, you've written all your affirmations, because you can see things, you can translate them, you can get all the muscles to work all the way down here to your hand and draw with a pencil. You can write with your pencil, you can do all of that. But why is it that when we try and draw, we draw the wrong thing? There's nothing wrong with our eyes, there's nothing wrong with our mind to muscle connection or the connection all the way down our arm. So what is going on? It's what happens is it's in here where modern mind trips you up. You see a house and modern mind steps in and says, don't worry, don't you worry your pretty little head about this. I know how to draw a house. I know how to draw it in quick time. Here's how you do it. Quick, square, triangle, job done. Let's go on to the next thing. Boom, done. And you have to kind of recognize that when it happens and say, shut up, modern mind. Get out of my head. I don't want you here right now. I want to be in Zen mind and I want to see the beauty that's in front of me right now with my eyes and absorb it and see how unusual and different and interesting it is, because it doesn't look anything like that silly old house that modern mind wants you to draw. This is the whole basis of this Zen and the Art of Art concept that I teach. I've been teaching for a number of years. And it's amazing that once you can master it, you can do incredible things with your art. As a complete beginner, it's amazing what you can do with your art. If you've been trying to draw and drawing the wrong thing over and over and over, you can unlock that and switch over your mindset and you'll be able to draw incredible things, guaranteed. So many people who are brand new to drawing, who are not aware of this whole idea of modern mind and Zen mind, will let their modern mind jump in and trick them into drawing what's not there in front of them. He's really cute. That's just 2 circles. When you're doing cartoony animals, you often put the head the same size as the body. And modern mind will go, no, don't do that, because, well, it's not real, actually. We're doing cartoony animals. So you do a circle like this and another circle overlapping just a little bit past it. Overlapping the first circle, but just off to the side a little bit. And this will be a little sitting elephant. And he's going to have his trunk up in the air. So let's just do a little squiggle up here for his trunk. It's skinny at the end. We all know that with elephants. It's skinny at the end and then it gets really fat down close to his face. And if you want him looking up, you put his eye down a bit lower because his head is rotated. Let's just stretch his face and his body over. So I'll flatten off the top of his head a little bit. That looks a bit elephanty. Just sort of flatten it a bit off that circle. and then just stretch the skin over here. We want a little fat elephant sitting down. When we were in Bali doing our art retreat, people came with us to Bali, there's an elephant safari place there, and they had this little tiny baby elephant, and he sat down and then he rolled over right in front of me, and they're so cute when they sit down. Their little fat bodies just sort of plop like pudding down on the ground like this. Just little fat bodies. Here's his little back leg and then his little front leg here. They've got this kind of fat backside. I'll just put a little rat tail on the back here. A little fat backside like that. But then we'll just stretch it up and we'll give him ears as well. Just a little ear here and another little ear back here. And finish that line off there. I'll just take off some of these lines. Can you see having a little small body and a big head makes him look very babyish? It's a cartoon for a baby elephant. And again, you can give him a little bit of shadow. He's on the ground. So maybe he's holding a flower. What do you think? Should we give him a flower? Maybe it's got a little leaf on here. So easy peasy. It's really easy when you simplify the shape. So the affirmation is delay the detail as long as possible and simplify the shapes. Drawing is so much easier when you can see inside an image to see what the simple shapes are inside it. So have some fun, draw some elephants in different positions.